Hi, I'm Dr. Vanessa Allen, and I'd like to invite you to join me on the Transformation and Wellness Retreat on Saturday, October 13th at the Rockwood Manor in Potomac, Maryland from 9 to 4 p.m. Some topics that we're going to talk about is obesity. A lot of women start gaining weight after menopause when nothing else has really changed, and all of a sudden they gain 5, 10, 15, 20 pounds in such a short amount of time. So I know you want these tools that can help you in order to get the weight off. So, a lot of times, obesity is not just one problem, it's a lot of different conditions that contribute to the obesity, whether it's the hormones from lack of estrogen and progesterone or thyroid problems. It could be inflammation going on in your body from the foods that you're eating. Maybe you're not on the right type of diet and it needs to change. A lot of times you can get food intolerances as you get older, which can cause you to have weight gain from the chronic inflammation going on. Could be lack of exercise. You become more sedentary as you've gotten older. And sometimes it is hereditary. About 50% of your genes could be contributing to obesity. So how do we address this? We start out with lifestyle. What is it exactly that you're doing that we need to change? What's been going on that's really not working for you anymore? So looking at all those different aspects, whether it's the foods that you're eating, finding out what's the best diet for you. If it's mostly you notice the weight gain after menopause, looking at what did the estrogen and the progesterone used to give you that now you're not getting, and maybe you're relying on other sources within your body in order to compensate for what you used to get from the estrogen progesterone. For example, like cortisol. Cortisol gives you that get up and go, fight or flight type reaction. And maybe you're using more of this hormone rather than your progesterone and estrogen, which were the calming, help you utilize and metabolize your fat better. Now, cortisol doesn't really utilize the fat, but it utilizes glucose. So it makes you increase more glucose in your diet. And whatever you don't use, you store away as fat. So if this is your main source of energy, then you can imagine over time how you might have more weight gain as a result of that. Something you might want to try in order to decrease this feedback loop that you've been giving your brain is to maybe try some intermittent fasting. And with intermittent fasting, you have maybe you might start out with 12 hours where you eat and get all your nutrients in, and then 12 hours of fasting whereas you're not eating anything and allow your body to go through a semi-fasting state whereas you're not constantly putting in food. And then your body will start utilizing these other stored energies like your fat and excess glucose that you have stored. And then as a result, your metabolism improves and then you start seeing the weight gain again. You can also start doing an elimination diet to see maybe there are certain foods in my diet that are triggering this inflammatory response. So I usually recommend taking out wheat, dairy, eggs, soy, and peanuts, and then add them back in one at a time to see, does it trigger the same kind of reaction or does it trigger the weight gain? And once you figure that out, you can figure out what type of diet you could be in. I can't say this one diet plan is better than the others. It's very individualized, and that's something that I can work with you to figure out which is the best diet plan for me. So if you like these tips, please join me at the conference on October 13th, a Saturday, and we can talk more about ways I can help you to be that ideal person, that ideal weight that you want to be. Thanks for joining me.